My father was Pennywise. He worked as a clown in a circus, always making children burst into laughter. What he didn't know was that, not far away, a young boy was watching him closely. One night, my father was leaning against a fence, drinking. Suddenly, a little boy emerged from the forest.
It seemed drawn to you.
That's a strange thing for a young man to say.
The boy told my father he couldn't find his parents and asked for help. But my father, who was about to go on stage, refused him. Just then, a woman's scream echoed through the woods. The boy said it was his mother's voice. Without hesitation, my father took the boy and headed into the forest. 5 hours later, the circus ringmaster came looking for me. He was holding a handkerchief soaked in blood. He told me my father might have been killed. From that day on, I never saw my father again. Not until 25 years later. I was in a psychiatric hospital when I overheard a little girl say she had seen a clown. I desperately wanted to see my father again. That night, I took the girl down to the basement to wait for him. She was terrified and begged to leave, but I stopped her. And then Pennywise appeared. He suddenly lunged toward us. After smiling and greeting us, he opened his mouth wide, an enormous, blood-soaked maw. We screamed and ran in terror. Just before we reached the exit, the little girl tripped. The iron door slammed shut automatically. I tried desperately to open it, but it wouldn't budge. Helpless, I watched Pennywise approach her and begin to devour her. She struggled violently, but in the end, all that remained was a pool of bright red blood. When the noise finally faded, I slowly stood up. Then a figure appeared behind the door. It was my father. For the first time in 25 years, I saw him again.
Pumpkin. It's me. Papa.
From that moment on, I was willing to do anything for him, no matter how terrifying. 10 years later, I incited a mob to attack the Black Spot Bar. They turned the place into hell. People inside screamed in panic and ran in every direction. I knew that kind of fear would surely draw Pennywise in. So, I put on my costume and applied my stage makeup, waiting outside the bar for him to arrive. But instead, I ran into my husband. Furious, he shouted at me to go home, and at that exact moment, Pennywise appeared.
Hello, Papa.